Hi, welcome back.
Welcome
Uh,
back.
Yeah,
We
today-
took a little break.
Yeah, we did. Back to school, so we had to have a couple weeks off, but we're back, rocking and rolling. Our houses are quiet and peaceful. All is well in the world.
I think many of us can relate to this transitional season not being easy.
Totally. Yeah, so today we want to talk about something that it's kind of a complicated topic, something that a lot of parents don't really like to admit out loud, but how our mood as parents can rise and fall with our kids' progress. And this, by the way, doesn't only apply to kids on the spectrum or with ADHD or differences. I think this could apply to any parent-child relationship when you kind of can get a little bit enmeshed and codependent with your child and how they're doing. Obviously, I feel like it stems from a good place. We love our children so much and we want to see them doing well, but sometimes we can tie our own stuff with it, which doesn't benefit them. And it's actually that part I feel like is coming from an unhealthy place, like feeling something for ourselves instead of being objectively there for our kids. And obviously it's easier said than done to separate that because we love our kids. Can you think of a time, like a therapy session, you may have to think back when your kids were little, when if a session went really well or if it went really bad, that it affected your mood?
Yeah, I could definitely. I had this not just a session, but I actually was thinking about during we would have quarterly meetings.
Yeah.
And anytime we had to have a meeting, we would have to kind of list all the things that are going well, not going well, and talking to and having to go over that with their BCBAs. That is something that would send me into a complete spiral, because having to list all the tiny little things that are not going well made me feel so out of control. And I definitely felt responsible, because if I'm not feeling responsible, who is? How do you deal with that, really? Because it is all on your plate, right? If you're not doing it, no one else is doing it. For me, it's really it's on me, not my husband. My husband obviously is there for support, but he's not the one looking into the different therapists and doing all the nitty gritty and doing the meetings and having to just it's painful to talk about all of the things that are going wrong.
Absolutely.
So I think that I'm sure there was so many therapy sessions that were really hard for me. I feel like the meetings are what stuck out the most. Anytime I had an IEP meeting, I had the quarterlies with the ABA agency.
What did it do for you? Did it make you feel like you're not doing enough? Did it just make you feel like just worthless? How did it?
Yeah, it made me definitely feel like I wasn't doing enough. So then it sent me down the rabbit hole of okay, what else can I add? Even though I actually was there's nothing else I can do. I'm doing everything. There's only a certain amount of hours in a day.
Yeah.
How many hours can you expect a 2-year-old to be in an ABA center? Till 3 o'clock was plenty. And after that, we still had other, therapies at home. So till 5 o'clock. So your baby was waking up at 6:30 in the morning till 5 p.m. A full-time job.
Yeah.
Trying to get everything in check. And it made me feel so out of control, and that there's got to obviously be something more to do,
Yeah. You always feel like there's something else you can do.
Yeah.
That's for sure. Yeah, I feel like for me, I had this one sticks out. About a year ago, we traveled for a holiday for a few days, and it was a bit stressful. It was just a little bit chaotic. My son was out of his routine, and it was just definitely there wasn't any therapy there. It was just a little bit, out of sorts, traveling on a plane, things like that. And when we got back, he has some words. He's minimally verbal, but he has some words, and he also will repeat back some stuff. But we got back and he would not repeat anything. He literally was silent, completely silent. And I was like, okay, maybe he just needs a couple days. And he just wouldn't say anything. No repeating, nothing. And he has speech therapy several times a week. And every session, the speech therapist always texts me either a video or just an update of how the session went. And she would be nothing, no words, no sounds, no word, day after day. And it took 10 days until he made a sound again. And when I tell you I spiraled, like it was horrifically painful. I was terrified. And it was hard to conflate, like, obviously I was worried about him, and that's coming from a very healthy, normal place. It's normal. But I also just went completely just spiraling. Like, I was devastated. I felt sad. I felt so heavy about it. And that was just my stuff. And I honestly wonder if my feelings were so strong and so worried, and how I was waiting at my phone, waiting for the updates every day, like, and I let it affect, if like in the day that he finally said stuff, I was elated,
Yeah.
So that part, I feel like there's some toxic elements there. And
Right, like it's obsessive.
Totally obsessive. Yeah, but it's really hard not to do that. And honestly, on a day-to-day basis, every day I get little reports of the progress. What did he do today?
Well, it keeps us kind of going, and like we want to be in
I want the report. I live for the report. And when sometimes they don't have
Right.
time to write a report, and I'm like, why isn't there a report? And like that, I could chill out a little bit. Like, they were busy with my
So
child.
what's the difference with like is what's considered invested in them
Yes.
or obsessive?
Yeah. Yeah, that
It's like you're invested.
it's a fine line.
It is a fine line.
I don't know I really don't know how to differentiate. One of our sisters once told me, when I was having like a lot of anxiety of like what I should do about something else.
Yeah.
She's like, go into the bathroom, close the door, look in the mirror, and like whatever voice comes up then, that's probably the right one. Like, when you're in quiet, that's the real thing. Like, a lot of times I get caught up in the panic and like my feelings and my anxiety. So that when it's coming from like freaking out,
I need to regulate.
You need to just calm down, and like you need a timeout. You need somebody to sit you down and like take your phone away and just stop it. Like yesterday, I was freaking out because there was some differing opinions between therapists about like the plan of care and like the approach. And I'm like, why are they disagreeing? Like, what's going on? Like, what? And I started spiraling, and I'm like, I need somebody to just stop me.
Yeah,
from, like,
look from the outside and give you some perspective from the outside, because when you're so in it and you care so much, you do sometimes need that person. Like,
and you pointed out, you're like, actually, there is something you need to do. You need to communicate. You need to, but you don't need to do it with that intensity and that anxiety and the panic.
The panicking is definitely not going to help. It is just going to make you absolutely crazy. There's always going to be something to worry about.
And it's also not fair to the child. I feel like even with our other kids, like anything, when we get anxious about it, kids pick up on that. And you never want to get to a situation where kids are smart, kids are emotionally intelligent. They could sometimes, maybe they could even feel like they have to take care of you as a parent. Like if I do this wrong, or if I make a mistake or something, then my mom she'll be sad, or she'll be upset, and then all of a sudden you have your child taking care and worrying about the parents' feelings, which is never a good idea. And that's where you get into like enmeshment and stuff like that, which I'm very scared of. Like, I know that that's not a good thing. And it's funny because I never struggled with that with my other kids. I've always had very clear boundaries, like what's my role. And I never want my kids to like feel that they need to take care of my feelings. Like, I try hard. Obviously I'm imperfect and I yell and I whatever, but I try. I never felt codependent with my kids, maybe because things were easier and things were just kind of going how they go,
and it was just natural. Like, it's a little unnatural to nitpick at every little thing.
It really is, and but when there's stuff that your child is struggling with, you want to help them. Do you think it's maybe like related to like our childhood? I feel like we kind of were raised in that like fix it mode, kind of.
Absolutely. Like, 1000%. I am such a doer. Like, if there's something I can do to make something like better, easier, just like strategize, like I'm on it. So
the minute something has to, we were raised in a home where the minute something needed to happen, we were like on the phone. Like, Mom, my throat is sore. On the phone with the doc, like all the kids in the car. We're all going. We're all getting throat cultures. Like,
we're gonna line up.
There's no like waiting it out, seeing in a few hours.
It's also none of that. Because she knew. Also she knew.
She had instincts. She had so many kids.
She was always right.
That's
the thing.
But it's
some
like
people go to the doctor too early, but
she knows exactly. I know. But like some of my friends growing up, their mom would like wait a day or two.
Yeah,
which
funny.
I actually do wait a day or two. So
Yeah.
pretty much when there's something that really needs. That's
But also,
pressing.
she would look in our throat. I'm
Oh,
saying
yeah.
we're getting on a tangent,
I
but
know.
she can point out strep.
Yeah, she knows stress.
So
Yeah.
she'll tell you if it's
Better than
cold
a
or not.
The pediatrician trusted her. Like sometimes she didn't even have to bring the kids in. He just knew that she knows, like probably more than him.
100%. It's so funny. But yeah, it's true.
But we grew up with that, like, let's go. This is, there's a
Yeah.
problem, let's fix it. There's a problem, let's fix it.
I think
This
is what makes me go crazy.
Yeah.
When I'm like, well, like I booked all the hours in the day for what my kids need.
Yeah.
So now it just needs to be done. So
do you find yourself getting panicky or less so? Is that more of a me thing or?
No, different. I panic in a different way. I panic when things are not like set up. I feel like once they're set up, so we talked about this earlier, that like I find that faith comes into play. Once I set everything up and I like who's there and they're communicative and I'm not like chasing them down to try to get updates and things like that. I feel
you can let go.
I can let go a bit. Right. Like I love the updates. I love the photos. I love seeing the videos of the sessions and
same.
I want to be in the loop, but like I do trust them. Like I'll give them time. Like if we're doing quarterlies, like I'll give them the 3 months.
Right.
You know, obviously we're checking in. So if there was something not going well, I would chime in.
Right.
But for me, there has to be an element of faith in this process. Otherwise, you will be obsessive and go crazy. So like,
I don't have that.
I know.
Well, I'm really in it. And it's really hard.
So that's why I think, I don't know if I had faith a few years ago. I think I can do it now because I saw results. So I'm like, okay, so speech therapy does work. ABA does work. And it's still a constant. You still have to continue it.
Right.
But because the big struggles back then, I don't want to say got fixed. I'm saying we worked on them.
Made progress.
We made progress. It's manageable and they're doing well. So I'm like, okay. So I can tell you, like, just trust the process. Obviously, our kids are different. So like, I can't tell you what's going to happen or like when he will do this or say this. Yeah. But I'm like, these are the experts in the field. I feel like you're very in tune with them. You speak to them. You choose really good therapists from like what I see. So I'm like, you have to give it a few weeks at a time. Yeah. You can't like freak out after like the first week of like a new person or something. Right. I mean, you can, but it's not going to help. Or grill them.
Like, what did this happen? Did this happen? Did this happen? Like, there's a fine line. I like being on top of it. When you cross that line to where my emotions are getting mixed in with it, I think that's what complicates things, and it doesn't help anyone. It actually doesn't help. It's not good for the therapist to feel that either. I feel like you need to have that trust. They want
you to trust them.
Yeah.
They can't do their job if the mom is like being nuts.
Yeah.
Also about how kids feeling like being enmeshed with your kids or not. Like I actually was thinking about that. How I don't think that I am enmeshed with my kids, but I feel like I have had moments where it was like, okay, you have to be careful. Like. When my son was like, we spent like the whole day doing crafts, like all of us, you know, in these 2 weeks between camp and school, there's a lot of time. And he said to me out of nowhere, like, Mommy, aren't you so proud of me that I'm not on my iPad? Like I'm just coloring and I'm just doing this. Like, aren't you so proud? Aren't you so happy? I'm like, God, do I really sound like that? Like during the year when I'm trying to get him off his iPad, like do something else. Like he really notices my mood, like if he's listening to me or not. You know what I'm saying? He was like, oh, she must be really happy. Even though I said to him, I was like, well, you found something else like you're interested in. Stop. Whatever. I could go down a whole thing, but no, I was so happy, but
But you realize that he picks up on your reaction to when he's doing the things that you like approve of.
Exactly. Right. Yeah,
totally. When really we're like in an ideal world.
You don't want to be too happy or too.
I think this is so
judgy.
Complicated because we love our kids. So there's emotions there, period. It's always better to do things like objectively in a lot of ways. You know, like for example, like that's why we love when people maintain, like when therapists are like professional and when people maintain those professional boundaries. Yes. It's so good because we know that they can think clearly and objectively and take a step back and be like, okay, what can we do here? What can we do here? That's why professionalism is so important. And that's why, you know, a lot of times it's not encouraged for family members to take care, in the medical field, for family members to take care of other family members because there are feelings involved. It's always better to have objectivity. So it's like, can you have that with your kids? It's great to have good boundaries where you can make clear decisions, but we love our kids to death, and there's the feelings involved. Like, you know what I mean? It's so hard.
Absolutely.
Like, you want to snuggle your kids, you want to give them love, and the reason why you're so tuned into all these details is because you love them so much. And you're, as a parent, our job is to be really tuned in emotionally. It's just that line of like disconnecting our own emotion, our own needs, we can't fill our emotional needs through our children.
That's the key. That's
right.
Really, that is what it is.
Yeah, and that's really hard.
Very little too, because like you really are everything for them. Like you, like you have to be their voice, like and all that.
Yeah, so there's attachment and all that stuff. There's so much, even science that to back all this stuff up about connecting with your kids.
Absolutely.
And so that's why I think parents need to be self-aware of like when you're crossing that line. And again, especially with autistic kids, they feel it. They know when you're too emotionally involved, and they will like, I'm not going to speak for all autistic kids, but my son, when I get activated, I'll bounce. I'll just be like, nope, not today. I'm not participating in this. Or even when his sisters are like fighting or there's like tension, he feels it. He's just not there.
Well, my son totally like leaves the room, but I think it's because he doesn't like the noise.
Oh, is it well, it's probably noise, but no. For my son, it's not just noise. It's like the whining and like the feelings.
Just the energy of like what's going on. Yeah, it's too much.
When it's like there's complicated feelings, it's like nope,
I'm
not here for this.
Not at all.
Maybe it's a male thing too.
It could be a male thing, by the way, because I could definitely see that happening with other people in your family.
Do we ever feel guilty?
Like, let's say
do you ever feel guilty when your kids are struggling?
I think I do feel guilty.
Yeah.
But why? Like, why do I feel guilty? I think maybe because if there are pockets left for the day and I didn't fill them up with things that I feel like maybe
You don't feel it. You feel guilty if there's like times when they're bored or something.
Not bored, but I'm like if there's something socially going on that they're struggling with, or like even now I'm dealing with like speech, like pronunciation and stuff. I'm like, I took a break over the summer because they had speech in school and I didn't have in camp. So I was like, oh God, that's like something I'm like, okay, I really need to like get this started like right now, you know. I do feel a little bit guilty. Actually, at night, the past few nights, we talked about like practicing ourselves. Like, remember we were like, oh, you can maybe look on YouTube for some tips.
Yeah.
I've been practicing. So last night, my son's like, you want to teach me how to talk? It was really so cute. It was so cute. I was like, yeah, let's do some teaching how to talk. So
that's so cute.
And he tells me the words that he wants to learn.
Aww.
And so he was like, teach me how to say that, like helicopter. So we were like working through it.
That's a hard one.
Yeah, it was good.
That's really cute.
Yeah, it was really cute.
Yeah.
So I think it's just when I feel like I probably could be doing more. It doesn't always mean you should be, but I feel like if I could be, then I think guilt comes in a bit.
Yeah.
Which could be because I really do need to be doing more. I don't know if it is. Guilt isn't always like. It's not always true.
I think guilt. It definitely comes to play for me, and like with different kids and different. I think if I overreact or if I yell or scream or something, then I for sure feel guilty.
That's good. You could repair.
You could hopefully,
I'm saying have a conversation afterwards.
Yeah, so
obviously their feelings might be hurt, but
I think that. But with my son, I don't. For some reason, I don't feel guilty. I think that we have that.
Yes,
like,
no, 100%.
I don't really feel because I do feel like I'm doing so much. I'm trying everything, but I just feel worried, just busy, and like probably like burnt out a little bit.
Yeah.
Getting to that.
I think that makes a lot of sense. We have a bunch of kids too.
Yeah.
I think not everybody has so many.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
So, like we are trying to manage like a whole household.
Yeah. I am trying to just tap into faith. You're actually the second sister that told me I need to do that. Third sister that told me I need to just have a little faith. Like just
I'm not good at having faith in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
This like I said, because I think I'm on the other side of some of it.
Yeah.
That's the only reason I can tell you confidently. Like, you want to tell me to have faith of, like, something else? Like, I don't know.
Right. I know. I was telling a friend yesterday, like, I'm not going to do this, but I was, like, tempted to, like, call a psychic. Just to, like, I want to hear them say like, this is what's gonna happen,
Let's
and so
go.
I can exhale.
We should go to a psychic.
It creeps me out
Oh,
too
it's too
much.
creepy?
You know what I mean?
I would
Like,
just do it for the shits and giggles.
I know. I'm scared. Like whenever I
Okay.
pass those signs, I get like the
Ooh, yeah.
creeps.
Okay.
There's something about it that like feels dark.
Well, you're very in tune to that type
I
of
feel
energy.
yeah. So, there is something that like. But what if it's not good stuff? Like
Right.
I don't want to hear that either. And
Yeah.
also, if they say that it's going to be fine, then is that going to make me not work as hard? And then is that going to have a negative effect? Like that's
what
why.
about a medium?
What?
What about a
What's the
medium?
difference?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I feel like psychics are. I don't know.
You just want to know it's good. If I knew everything's gonna be okay, I would have a little bit. I would be a little less charged and prickly. Like
Yeah.
I feel like I feel like I have like an electric shock all over my. When somebody says the wrong thing, or if it's like a hard day, I'm like, what do you mean?
You have
But
like a physical. Yeah, you are You are very reactive, actually.
yeah. When it comes to everything.
Why?
Everything.
True. No, but I'm
Is it?
saying if you're
tell me.
if you're sensitive about something, it's
If
not
I'm
it's not
sensitive-
just your son.
Oh, if it's a
Same.
sensitive topic.
If it's
Oh
a
yeah.
sensitive topic, you totally are reactive. You're like, why? Tell me everything.
Yeah.
List
Oh, I need
all
all
of
the
these.
information. I need all the details. I need the context. I need the history. I need who was there, what was going
I
on,
know.
why did you think that? Why did you say that?
Yeah.
Who else thought that? Fair. That's true. I'm sensitive.
You're sensitive.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's totally fine.
Is it?
Yeah. It is totally fine.
It's hard. It makes everything more like everything's more intense. Like everything. Like
yeah,
all the things. Like
I know.
changes of like we talked before, like changes of plan. Everything is like activated, elevated. if you're a
100%,
sensitive
yeah.
person.
We need a heads up.
Yeah.
So what do you do to give yourself grace then? Like how? Like I'd say, how do you do it? Because you are constantly managing
Right.
like a whole schedule and like
Yeah. No,
Um,
I think that thank God
practically, yeah.
I do know how to take a minute,
Yeah.
and I do know how to like first of all I know how to escape for better or for worse. Like I'll, run some errands, like I'll just keep myself busy, like
Remove yourself, and do
yeah.
something else.
or just even I like fashion, so I have a fashion page that I sometimes like. I hadn't posted on it in a while because I was so caught up in just everything else going on. But like recently, I'm finding myself feeling more creative. I'm very like artistic in that way, in the fashion way. So, I do.
I love it.
Yeah, create outfits and just like take pictures. Like, and I don't always post everything that I do, but I try to like be a little bit creative in that way. I take walks. It's a very simple thing, but that really resets me. If I'm feeling anxious, I go on a walk, move my body,
You need to
even
take care of
call
yourself.
people. Like I connection with friends, and call our other sisters, call
You
friends.
need people in your court and people that
Yeah.
understand the situation too. Like
Yeah. I go on date night. Me and my husband were pretty good at going on date nights, which is really, really good, and it's fun. I like to have fun.
Yeah.
I do things that are like that I find fun,
yeah.
and we were able to like travel a couple times this year. We had you helped watch the kids, and I knew I could trust you because you understand.
Right. It's not easy
Yeah.
for you to go somewhere.
Yeah.
There's a lot of planning.
Yeah, there's a lot of planning, but it's amazing. It's like nice to have that reset. So even
Yeah.
for different family weddings, we were able to like pull that off, and so I do know how to like pause. Thank God. But when I'm in it. So it's just finding that balance. What about you?
Yeah, I would say all the same things. I have my needs. Like I need my needs met. If my
Yeah.
needs aren't met, then I'm not
Totally.
good. I'm not.
We had a good
mom.
example for that. Mom always like knew how to like,
Always.
she's we would like go shopping at Macy's on Saturday night on like during like holiday
liked to
season.
have fun in her
She
life.
likes to have. She had her things to have fun and like no guilt. I never felt like there was any
No, I
guilt
never
with
felt
that.
like
She's
that.
like, let's go. There's a
Yeah.
sale. Like,
No, and she'd do it herself too.
Yeah.
Like I'm saying, the whole
Yeah.
day when she was in school, like when we were in school,
Yeah.
she was out. She was doing everything she needed to do.
yeah,
At night, like I don't know, she'd always have a good snack.
always. Yeah, always. And like we knew not to like go disturb.
No, don't ask. We're not doing it together.
Yeah. You can't join. Like you can't eat chips.
But she did. You can't eat chips with sour cream with it.
She was never like mean about it,
No.
but like we respected it.
I honestly think we did Yeah.
We did. We were like, oh, okay, like fair.
Also,
enough.
mom always, it's funny because she tells me now, she's like, well, you need, like, when I say my kids aren't listening to me to go to bed, she's like, well, turn off all the lights in the house. She's like, that's what I did. Like, dim the entire house.
Yeah.
Like, you set the mood. So it's
Yeah.
like, she set the mood for herself, like, after 9 o'clock, like, kitchen's closed.
Yeah.
And I find myself saying that all the time.
The kitchen's closed. Yeah. Oh, I also do. Oh my God, I do the same thing.
Crazy.
I turn all the lights off.
Yes.
I turn like a little lamp on. I'm like, we're done.
This is
like,
the mood.
We're not turning on any upsetting lights.
Oh, I know, it's too bright.
Why are there fluorescent lights? Why do they? I mean, I know we have one here.
I know.
Why do they exist?
I know. We
What
have
is-
a lamp in the corner.
I know. Why?
Mom had lamp. Mom liked lamps.
Yeah,
also.
she also likes lamps.
Interesting.
I know.
But yeah.
They shouldn't exist. Why do schools have terrible lights?
They're way, yeah.
I don't understand it.
It's really bad. Yeah, I think taking care of ourselves is number one. I think for every single mom, if you don't, you know it. Everyone
Yeah, we
knows
all
it at
know.
this point in time.
Yeah. Right. We don't need. Yeah. That
Whatever it is for you, if it's to go
painting
Yeah.
or you know,
out,
writing.
have your hobbies, have a
Yeah.
life outside your kids. I think that's how you're not in don't be a mess with your kids. Have
Yeah.
a life outside them also,
Yeah.
right?
But if you're stay-at-home mom, that
Which I am. Which we are.
We are. But you know, you can still do it. There's ways to do it. There's ways.
100%.
Everything we just.
Like, I still
discussed.
need to
Yeah.
do all of those things, but I also make sure that I get my walk in, or I do my
Yeah.
exercise, or I meet a friend for coffee,
Yeah.
or we do our podcast.
Or
Like-
lock myself in my bathroom on my little couch. It's my fave. I
Wait,
love doing that.
You have a couch?
I have a little couch. Yes, I do. I love it.
That's a
I
goal.
have a big bathroom, thank God.
No, I know
And,
you
like,
do, but I never
it's all the way in the
noticed
corner by the window. Like,
You have a window? No, I was kidding.
Yeah.
I don't think you ever sat on it. Is that your special corner?
it's like a chase. Like,
okay.
yeah, it is my special corner. It used to be in front of our bed, and then we got different ones, and then I moved it to the bathroom.
It's brilliant.
It's just cozy,
Yes.
and I just like sit there. I like doom scroll, or I call someone, or
Yeah.
it's
I
really
love
nice
that.
to have a tiny little couch in your bathroom.
I'm going to put that on my list.
Yeah.
That's actually really funny.
So practically speaking, just to wrap things up,
Yeah.
like how can you get to the place of being invested, caring so much without absorbing all of the fear and spiraling? What are some,
You answer first.
I always feel like I have to do something, realizing that sometimes you don't need to do anything. You just need to give it time and take a few minutes. Maybe it's a few minutes, maybe it's a few weeks, but just like sometimes you need to take a beat and like look inside yourself and try to see where it's coming from. If it's coming from a place of fear, or if it's coming from a place of objectivity and like, this is what my child needs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I would say the same thing. Definitely. If just noticing if it is coming from a place of fear, saying it out loud and talking it out I mean, I find talking it out with people is
Yeah.
the most helpful thing for me. Like
Yeah.
I don't like, I mean, it's hard enough to sit with feelings, but like
Yeah.
to really
Yeah,
have
that's
some
part of it.
Right,
Yeah.
okay.
That's part of it. Such a good point. I don't like sitting with feelings, so I need to fix the feeling. The
Yeah.
feeling is
100%.
fear and uncomfortable,
Yes.
and that's my stuff. Just because I'm having a fear, it doesn't mean
yeah.
that my kid needs to be pulled into it.
Correct. We
Like
need to be able to talk it out with people
and
that
sit with it and not and
Yeah. have other people hold the feelings for us, and then we
Yeah.
hold it for ourselves, and then they do it again,
and like
repeat
reflect
ourselves.
back.
Reflect.
Yeah, and just definitely
Not
even
getting it on them at all.
probably need therapy like that
Yeah.
too.
Therapy and good
yeah.
friends.
Yeah. And I think also to really wrap it up, it's like not to look at every setback and every like failure or like difficult day or difficult couple months as a failure. Just look at it as, okay, we could have a setback. Things don't have to be going so perfectly all the time, but like usually there's a way to grow from it, or it's just a reset. It's part of growing.
Yep.
When there's hard things, it's part of growing. You could always learn. You don't have to learn something from everything. Like that's part of this codependent spiral. Like, oh, I have to grow. I have to learn. Like all of
That's
it is
too exhausting.
all of it is. That's I think where sometimes I get sucked in. But that everything has to be a growth moment. It has to be a learn moment.
Because I think that's also a theme of the world right now. Like
Yeah.
everybody's like always growing and always wants to do better, and it's
Right.
nonstop.
Healing.
Nobody
and all
knows how to
this
just
stuff.
sit
Yeah.
with it. Like
Exactly.
you could put it into practice, babe. Like
Yeah. And the whole process, that's growing as a person. Being able to sit in the unknown and just having
that's
faith.
hard.
That's really hard, but I think that's
Having
a practice
faith.
we need to have especially when your kids have a different trajectory. You just have to do your best, and then
And our kids are not their therapy goals.
yes. Amen. Thanks for joining.
See you guys.